All right, what's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good one, and welcome to Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary. This video is strictly not about the gameplay. I just put it there on the background, just simply because, you know, it's better than showing absolutely nothing. And it was actually a gameplay that I had this morning, you know, back to playing some Black Ops 2, which was actually a good time. But anyways, just finished watching JD's video where he talks about this, you know, this thing going on Twitter, man, and it's been going on for months about BiblicalReaper, you know, and you know, there's names I'm gonna name, there's names I'm not gonna name, and I know there's a lot of people involved in this, but I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna put. You know, I'm not going to point out names, but there's one obviously out there that is Hollow Point, you know, and I'm not bashing a Hollow Point, you know, we're good friends, we talk on the phone, and I know that, you know, he goes off on Reaper a lot of times on Twitter. People see it, and I mean, I'm not actually really surprising anyone by saying this. I mean, it's all over Twitter. If it's not every day, every 2 to 3 days. All right, so listen. I just finished watching JD's video, alright? He talks about this thing where it seems like a lot of people are being jealous, envy towards BiblicalReaper for his growth, for his new series. Listen, whatever he does there, if he's growing, good for him. I strictly don't give a fuck. It's good for him. I spoke with Reaper months back ago. We've played together, and I'm gonna tell you right honest, you know, when I'm in a party chat with him, I get along with him like just any other regular guy. People warn me to stay away from him. He's no good. He's gonna fuck you up someday. I had a hard time to believe that, because every time I was in the chat with him, I always had a good time with him. I'm not going to deny it. Reaper, if you're listening to this, you know. But when we were on chat playing Black Ops 2, whatever the game was, we were there like for hours sometimes. An hour, 2, 3 hours. Never had an argument with you, like, or we split up on the Xbox because we got into an argument and you were mad or I was mad. That never happened. Here's what my problem was with you. The fact that you jack shit up. Can I stop you from doing that? Absolutely not. I warned you about it. I said, you know what? I don't really like that. I don't really like it. Can I stop you from doing it? Absolutely not. Is it cheap? Yes, it is cheap to do it. It's like, the way I see it is like you have a restaurant and you have this secret recipe and somehow you find out how to do it and you do the same thing on your own restaurant. Again, can I stop you from doing it? No. Do I like it? I don't like it. I have a right to not liking it. So, one of these days, you know, little tension started there. And I got my series. I got my breaking news series. Drama alert, parody, whatever you want to call it. Works fine, too. And the one thing is, the people that don't know me don't understand my sarcasm. Some of them do. Some of you guys that watch my videos, watch my breaking news, you guys understand the sarcasm. Some people do. Some other people probably understand sarcasm, but they take things too seriously. And to some of them, it pisses them off. You know, they don't understand it. Is he being real? Is he not? I think he's not. I think he's not a cool guy. So I'm not sure about him. You have a right to think that. And one day, I said, you know what? All right, so you like jacking shit up from others. How about I'm gonna expose some of the cheap shit that you do on YouTube and see how you like it. All right, so you go after me. Let me go after you now. Let's see how you like it. So one day I exposed on Twitter a video of BiblicalReaper from GTA 6. It was something like he was asking like what I would like to be on GTA 6. It was something like that. And on the tags, you can clearly see he puts GTA 6 gameplay, GTA 6 multiplayer gameplay. And I publicly show that on Twitter, hashtagging breaking news, saying, yo, that's kind of a little cheap shot there. You know what you're doing? Like, really? GTA 6 multiplayer gameplay? Like, I know you're trying to work out a formula or a method to, to try to grow. You finally found it. You finally found something that is good. It may be good for 5-6 months, or maybe forever. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But as soon as I publicly show that, hashtagging breaking news, you automatically block me. How did it not feel? You actually probably felt like, damn, man. And this is what you said on your Twitter. Damn, you really can't trust no one in here. So it seems like you didn't like that. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I didn't like either what you did to me. I didn't block you for it. Maybe we could have talked about it. So you throw me a jab, I throw you one. I'm the first one that gets blocked. This was my problem that I had with BiblicalReaper. Some people, it's a different story. My story is this. Either you're like it or you're not. I don't give a fuck if he's growing. Good for him. Am I jealous? I'm not jealous one fucking bit. I don't care. He can get more famous than me. That's good. You know why? Because I know that I have some potential to grow better on YouTube, because you guys love the breaking news series. I know you guys do. I didn't stop doing them because you guys didn't like them. Or because you guys like them, should I say. I just stopped because I got other things to do in my mind right now, and I haven't been gaming much. I just have been away. Alright? YouTube is not a priority to me. Some people live this, they breathe this, they wake up, they go on YouTube, they go on lunchtime, they go on YouTube, they think about what they're gonna do for their next video. They think about ideas. I understand that. That's other people. I'll say guys like JD, one of the most dedicated guys I've seen on YouTube. And there's more out there. There's more. I see some people saying that JD is defending Reaper. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna call this. If you're defending or not defending. I see it more as, let's just say, maybe he's more in the middle. It would be better if there would be no beef at all. It would probably be better if all the smaller channels, by saying, smaller channels, guys like me and many others out there, would all combine together and work together instead of stabbing each other's back. We would probably be bigger and worth more value than many of the other YouTubers up there. But instead, there's always somebody or someone out there that fucks one, and then others see that, people lose trust, And then people always keep a step back without knowing, I don't know if I should associate it with this guy, if I shouldn't. And that's what it is, man. Does it suck? It sucks. I wish we would all maybe good friends and work all together. I might in the past say that on Twitter that, Black Ops 3 is a cheap way. Black Ops 3 titles is a very cheap way now, on YouTube to grow. But again, if I rethink about it, I remember once saying to Reaper, and if you're listening to this right now, Reaper, I told you once, do whatever you gotta do to grow. And there's a certain limit, man. Okay, you want to title your videos Black Ops 3, whatever. That's not my problem, okay? There's certain things, man. If you go after the people that you know and people that trust on you, and you start, for some people, maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's not a big deal. Me, I just didn't really like it. The fact that you go after some things in my videos there, and you grab the things, you know what, I'm going to do exactly just like he's doing right there. And, I understand you're trying to improve. Maybe you're trying to, to grab some cliches, some little keys, a little bit there, a little bit there, to finally found a formula that gives you something so that you can grow and, be more successful. Because I know that you told me that YouTube means a lot to you and you put a lot of work into this, and I respect that. I understand that. But if you do it in more of a clean way, don't go after people and jack their things up. It doesn't cost anything, man. Send a DM on Twitter. Hey, dude, man, you know what? Hey, I like really what you did with that thing. You mind, if I use it? There's no problem, man. You ask me, I'll say, you know what? Sure, man. Go ahead. Do what you got to do, man. But asking is a good thing. Again, if you want to do it your way, I can't stop you from doing it. I'm not gonna make, a lot of fucking hate videos towards you and towards, the other people that I maybe don't like as much. And I'll say this, man, now that we're talking about all this Reaper thing, Tbets. For some reason, Tbets never really liked me. Again, maybe it's because he never really understood my sarcasm. And I'm going to tell you something. People that know me in real life, even some of my friends, sometimes when I'm talking to them, they just look at me smiling telling I don't even know if you're joking or not. That's just the way I am. I like to fuck around. I fuck around with people a lot. Not in a mean way. But when you know me personally, you know that I'm not a bad person. JD's seen me twice, like he said on his video, in New York. I asked him if in those 2 times there was something there that, he didn't like about me or I didn't like about him. We had a great time. When you see him, he's a bit different than what you see him on YouTube. But after you put him with a couple of fucking beers down his throat there, then you start to see the character of Black Ops 2 that you see there on YouTube. Which, always brings me a smile. And, we're cool guys. I think in reality, we're all cool dudes. I think if we all one day met up somewhere and, if we had things to say and empty our chest, we could all just, man up, look any one of us in the eyes, and say the things that we don't like and the things that bother us, shake our hands, and move on and go grab a fucking beer or whatever you want to drink there and have a good time. I'm sure that everyone around here on this YouTube thing has a good heart. I know I got a good heart. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a mean person. Some people sometimes may not like some decisions that I've said or did, and I can understand that. It's never for the meaning of being mean and want to hurt people. Sometimes we do mistakes. We don't recognize them right away. Sometimes with time, we realize that, you know what? Hey, I was wrong there. I apologize. And that's what makes you a better man. For some reason, like I said, Tbets never really liked me. Many times I tried to approach him, said, hey dude, you know what? Hey, if you ever have time, man, on Xbox, add me. We'll play together. Many responses like, yeah, all right, and didn't have time, this, that, that. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to. Maybe he didn't have time. I don't fucking know. We've played together already before. Didn't seem like we had a problem. And then one of those days, I make a breaking news parody video, whatever, saying that he's rich, this and that, and somehow he got upset. Did he like it or not? Hey, he never told me nothing about it. He just kept a step back and decided, to block me because I was exposing things apparently that are from his private life, that where I was taking that from was from stuff that he publicly put it out there. Not that I fucking went to his house like a psychopath and looked for things that he's doing in his life. I would never do that. I put out information that he put it out there publicly. Dude, you got mad because of that. Was it my point? I mean, was it my goal to make you mad? It wasn't. You blocked me. Reaper blocked me. Both of you guys blocked me. All right. You guys don't want to talk about it. You guys want to go that route. It's all good, man. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna cry about it. Because in reality, I don't really know you guys. I never really seen you guys in person. But I'm sure you guys are probably cool cats. I don't know. Like I said, man. When I met up with JD, cool guy. When I met up with Matt Murda, and we had issues before. Me and Matt Murda already had once some little beef going on. When I saw him, you should have just seen both of us smiles. That's when you see the reality of things. When you see people face to face, things aren't the same there. But on Twitter, YouTube, people don't see the sarcasm or, how the tone of your voice went on that tweet, or, the way things go, man. It's hard sometimes to explain. That's why, like, text messages and stuff like that, sometimes, you don't really understand the way things were said because you don't see the tone of the voice of the person. So I'll say this, man. I'm willing to be fucking neutral with everybody if everybody is right to be neutral with me on this. If you don't want, and if you think I'm a two-faced fuck and you just don't want to like me for whatever reason, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not going to hunt you. I'm not going to hunt nobody for whatever they're doing. Fine, man. Would it be a better world if we would all could be working together? I think the answer is yes. Again, I think that communication and this whole thing is probably the big problem. So, on that note, it's a 21 almost fucking minute video. I will say this. If I hurt anybody by whatever I said or did, I apologize. I'm sorry. And if people wanted to move on and clear things up, you know where to hit me. Either my Twitter, either my YouTube, or if you have my phone number, you call me, you text me, whatever. I don't want war with anyone. There's things that I didn't like that some people did. We can talk about it. And that's it, man. And like JD said, we're all here for the same fucking reason. And I gotta agree with him on that, man. We're all here to entertain you guys. We're all here because of gaming. This shit about people splitting up into little groups, and this guy's on this side's boat and this guy's on that side of the boat. It's just not cool, man. It's basically what it is. It's just not cool. So on that note, man, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. This is pretty much what I have to say. And that's it, man. I appreciate you guys listening to this. I want to apologize, for the lack of uploads. I know that a lot of you guys enjoy my content. And again, for the reason I've not been posting, I've been busy with other things. I've been not gaming a lot. So hopefully 2015 will be a better year on gaming when, other games come out, and we'll see it from there. All right. I'm Mr. Soldier 1 HD. Thank you very much for listening. I hope the message is clear. If there's anything, do not hesitate to communicate with me. I thank you, and I'm out.